Up in the morning, miss you bad. Sorry, call you back.
Yo, what's up? Welcome back to GCKICKS. Now, I previously gave you guys my top 5 most classic shoes that I want in my collection, but today we're gonna go ahead and step it up a notch. This is the Hypebeast edition. So coming in at number 5, if you guys remember last year, SneakerCon NYC, I traded 2 of my gems to get these right here. I traded 2 Yeezy 350 V1s, the version 1s, for these. Those were not dead stock, those were worn. These were dead stock, so to me it was worth it. Please don't start commenting that was a bad trade, because I don't think it was. So I'm gonna need those back, all right? I'm gonna need those back. So I traded my Pirate Blacks and I traded my Tans. So the ones I really want the most right now, the Turtle Doves. Like, come on, who doesn't want a pair of Turtle Doves? You know what I mean? Like, those are the first 350s to ever release, and those are the most expensive ones right now. So it's gonna take me a while to get those, if I ever like pull the trigger, because that's a lot of money. So we all know the 350s, the OGs at least, the version 1s. Those are the ones that kind of changed the whole Yeezy game around. Like, you know, it looked just like a Roshi, to be honest. Like, that's what a lot of people were saying when they first came out. It looked just like Roshi's, and it's true, they do. But, you know, that's when that whole boost started coming up, and, you know, it started making Adidas rise. Now everybody's wearing boosts, you know what I'm saying? Everybody talking about Yeezys now. It's like, there's a lot of them in the market now. Like, the market's just getting flooded with Yeezys. It's like, even though there's a lot of them, and, you know, people might say the resale's dying, it's still a shoe that's really talked about, and a lot of people want them. I got V2s. V2s aren't really that comfortable in my opinion. Like, you know, they're kind of tight. Even though you go a half size up, a whole size up, they're still kind of tight. I don't know what's up. It's just the way they're made, I guess. Now, coming in at number 4, this isn't really like a Hypebeast shoe. It's not really hyped right now, but when it did come out, it was like a really talked about shoe, and that is the Galaxy Nike Air Foamposites. Foamposites are one of those shoes where it's like people know what they are, like people know about them, but right now, like, they're not really the go-to shoe. They're not, because a lot of people want comfort now, like, you know, this whole Adidas boost, and, you know, even Air Maxes, like that's comfort right now, you know what I'm saying? Foamposites aren't really that shoe to go to for comfort. It's more of a basketball type shoe. These were crazy. Like, I'm pretty sure campouts were crazy for these, and the resale just skyrocketed. Like, that was like the first and probably the only Foamposite of its time to like resell for like $1,000, and that's why I strayed away from getting them, because who's paying $1,000 for some Foamposites, bro? But it's a dope shoe. It's a dope concept. You know, it's like the whole Galaxy theme, and they even had like the hang tag. I think it had like a NASA symbol on it or something like that. That was like back then when sneakers started glowing in the dark. Like, there weren't many shoes that glue in the dark back then, at least not that I know of. When sneakers glow, it makes people want them even more, because it's like when you're a little kid and you have those shoes that, you know, light up on the bottom every time you step. You know, it's like the adult version of those shoes when, you know, sneakers glow in the dark. That's a shoe that I would like to have in the collection, even though I'm not really into foams right now. I had a pair like last year. I got rid of them, the Gone Fishings. Foams aren't really comfortable, but either way, it's a shoe that I want in my collection, just to have it. Now, coming in at number 3, we have the Satin 1s. That's either the Royals or the Breads. I don't really care which one it is, but I want one of those, just because of the fact, like, I really like Jordan 1s. Like, you know, it's one of my favorite sneakers. It's one of my favorite go-to sneakers. They're comfortable. I'll wear them in the rain. I don't really care. Like, it's one of those shoes where you can just beat up, and to me, like, they still look good. When it comes to the Satins, you know, it's a different material. That's not really why. I mean, I do like the fact that it's satin. They look different, like the way they shine. I really like those because of the fact that they're numbered. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a sneakerhead, as a sneaker collector, you kind of gravitate towards sneakers that are limited. You know what I'm saying? Like, the sneakers that, you know, like, you'll be lucky if you own them. Like damn, like, I'm one of the, like, the red, like the bread satin ones, they're only like 500 pairs, 501 or something like that. To be one of those 501 people, it'll make you feel special. It really would. 501 people out of the 7 billion people that are in this whole planet. Like, I just like shoes that I know you won't walk outside and you see a whole bunch of people wearing them. You know what I'm saying? Like, right now, like, V2s, like, you see pretty much everybody wearing them, especially in Soho. Like, you see a whole bunch of those. Like, that's a dope shoe to have in the collection, in my opinion. But they're crazy money right now. Like, they're like at least $1,000. You know, that's what's really stopping people from buying shoes these days. It's just the resale, you know. But whatever, the future, you know, you never know what the future holds. So that's a shoe I definitely want to have in my collection. In the number 2 spot, we have the Just Don / Jordan 2. It doesn't really matter which color. Well, it kind of does matter what colorway. I don't really like the blue ones that much. Like, it's too blue. It looks like Smurf feet. Like, I don't really want those. I really like the beach colorway. I like the luxurious feel, the luxurious look of the shoes, especially that, you know, the box comes with a hat. It comes with like a nice little pin. Like, you know, it is pricey. It's one of those shoes where it's not an everyday shoe. It's one of those shoes that you break out every once in a while. The Jordan 2 Just Don. Now for the number 1 spot, this is a shoe that I'm pretty sure a lot of people want to have in their collection. It's like a grail for some people. It's the Nike Yeezy. It doesn't matter if it's the 1s or the 2s. I really want the Yeezy 1s, the tan color. I'm not really sure what the name of them are. I really like how these look. And that was like back then, whenever these shoes came out, if you look at that tan color, that's like the Vachetta tan that sneakers have now. So my son Kanye was doing that whole Vachetta tan back in the day before it was a thing. So shout out to Kanye. I really like those shoes because for its time back then, that shoe wasn't really like a shoe that a lot of people had. Like it wasn't being made too much, like a shoe with a strap like that. Like it looks kind of futuristic in my opinion, but so do the Yeezy 2s. Like the whole like the bumps on the back by the heel, that's like futuristic. Like, you know, who would have thought shoes would look like that in the future? That's one of those shoes where I really want to have. But it's one of those shoes where, you know, you really want them, but can you really get them because they're $3,000? Like who's gonna pay that? I'm not trying to be paying $3,000 for those shoes. Like I know if I buy those shoes, like I can't eat for like 3-4 months because, you know, who's gonna drop 3 stacks like just like that? Like, here you go, just take my arm, here you go. That's a shoe that, you know, like it's gonna stay in my wanted list. So that's it for my top 5 most hype beast or hype sneakers, grails for some people. You know, some of these shoes are my grails in my opinion. Those are the shoes that I want to also add to my collection. You know, I previously did the top 5 most classic. You know, this is my top 5 most hype beast. That's pretty much it, guys, for this video. Let me know down below your top 5 most hype beast sneakers that you want to own at some point when you get older. Like, you know, you can finally buy it, you know, whatever the case may be. Let me know down below. But if you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel, you know what to do. Subscribe. This is GCKICKS, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next video.